Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Bowling Green. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a team from the MAC, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hilltoppers will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Fighting Illini offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week...
Oh, he's got some space. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass, make the QB take off, and then get a stick on him, play physical, got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man on the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. Stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Illinois offense returns to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Smith wants to throw. Got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hutchison. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Got room to work. Can't get him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Hilltoppers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got a little space. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
To the ground, he's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Wade. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Working that left side now. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Great job by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 21 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Smith dropping to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Salter. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Rides the back on the option, the give. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. After the break, they'll go back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
Makes the grab down the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field.
Lasso.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Gonna sling it on second down. Flips it out on the screen. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Let's go.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Smith wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Wants to go up top. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. And you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly to the tight end. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Bring in the heat.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The give from the gun. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q, and then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
Going to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose. Touchdown, Illini. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Salter. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads it left. He's got it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Smith dropping to pass. Right on the money. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Illinois hoping to pop the cork on this red zone trip. Gets the back moving. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's on target and complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. It's complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, fighting Illini. Fit it in the window for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
Man, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give to the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Salter. And he'll be brought down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll do it himself. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's reeled in. It's Hutchinson. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and
converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Looking to fire. Touchdown, Toppers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Louisville. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Caught over the middle. It's Beckett. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Illinois lining up quickly.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Turning it on. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quick strike complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his 1st career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback running on the draw. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Wade. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here we go.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Still running at the 40. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That's caught. It's Salter. Jumped on top of the pile.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Wade. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Creates a little space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throwing right. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, WKU. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Smith dropping to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, the ground game. There he goes.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Inside the 45.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Illinois now facing third and forever. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. He wants to throw it. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Illinois! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 21 over the Rebels. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Hilltoppers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Smith dropping to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Trying to convert, Illinois comes to the line. Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's got him. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by one possession.
Complete downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Beckett. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Wants to throw again. He makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Touchdown, Illini! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take a knee as a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time, and get in a position to win.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Catch in the middle, it's Canty.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Wade. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And he got it. Redemption, atonement. Missed earlier, but when it mattered most, he nailed it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.